Hey guys, and welcome back to Trainz The Big Build episode 6, and we continue building well, we just continue where we left off. In fact, I'm recording this voiceover straight after I recorded the last one. Oh, we're starting off by not being able to move anything because I placed it on the wrong layers, so I've locked those layers down. Now, as I think I said at the last episode, I decided I didn't really want those shops over on the left hand side there. We are going to put them on the right hand side. So yeah, change the route to the route layout. Now actually I recorded the build here on a different day, and I think I've got a few more buildings ready, and you can see that there's a bandstand we're going to have in the middle of our park. There's a seat there, and that remains there for ages because I still actually, even on there, by the end of my recordings, I still haven't actually done anything with that. But eventually it'll be copied and gone into this park here. So it's time to choose a nice path to go inside it. I think this works both sides. I think that's the one. Yeah, I think it's a little to the left actually, that path. What am I doing? We try to put the path all the way around it like this. It'll take a little bit of doing. Go sort of make it look even. But we get there in the end. I suppose it didn't really help. That first path I put in isn't completely central. It should have looked a little bit more. I think the park also isn't exactly square, is it? A bit off, so I think once we've got some flowers inside it as well, so later on we'll put some bushes and flowers in there and make it all look pretty, and you know. I think once that's all done, yeah, connect this up. I think that's a better idea. That's it, lower it down a bit. Make it look a little bit more natural. Not quite sure I'm going to put inside the bandstand. I could just put some seats, I suppose. If I could find a band, I'd love to have it playing in there, but maybe not. And you can see it's not exactly square. Not exactly even. Actually, that triggers me, if I'm honest. I do like things to be really even. Now, have you noticed, if you touch the an asset within the preview window, because you can stop it turning, it actually makes it rather difficult sometimes to actually move about. I sometimes find maybe it's a little bug with the game that you can't actually move once you actually touched an item within the preview window. The way to get out of that is then press on anything else. What we're doing now is looking for a straight edge, and I thought about that one, but we don't use that. I also think about these. I thought those 1 meter ones, the little square ones, were going to be higher than the long ones. They weren't. So I think we pretty much ditched those. I think it's pretty much now I notice and decide they're fairly pointless. So we used these in the last build, actually, these hedges. I think they were near the pub, if you watched the last one, last series. There you go. Those are a useful one of those 1 meter ones. Those, I'd say meter, but tiny little ones. Oh, it said, I know why they got 1 meter from. It actually says it on there, doesn't it? On the preview. I wasn't actually looking out there when I said it. Yeah, so even up a bit, you won't notice they don't quite fit. Cover these 2 meters, they are 2 meters, yep. Maybe, was it 1 meter we used there? Oh, possibly 1 then, yes. That's it. Well, that looks quite nice as it is, but we're going to put more detail on there another time. Annoyed myself. It's because I went into the route, and then I went to the sessions, went edit session, and so automatically as soon as you place anything, it places it on the session. You have to actually click on the layer icon there and actually choose the layer you want it to go to override that. I think this road we're laying here is probably where the bus is going to go down now, and it goes straight down to the straight down to the station and round. There we go. So this is the new hotel which we're going to be using. Nothing wrong with the old one, but I thought it's a bit more grand. So as you can see, I found a few more sort of civic-y looking buildings. The sort of thing you'd see in the city of London rather than the actual sort of the shopping area. Now, don't expect any sort of details put on this for a long time going yet. We're going to put in all of the buildings down and set up the heights for things. As I think I mentioned in the last episode, we will lower the height a little bit in places. And lots of the roads, and we're going to put warehouses down to the right there. So I did think originally we would actually put that church there, but we don't. Well, we try, look, and it looks horrible. It doesn't work. I even think about taking these buildings out away from out in front of it just to make it work, but it doesn't work. The other one does, though. We will be using that one. In fact, we will be using both of them, to be honest, but just not here. I do like the idea of the cobbled street next to it. I'm not sure if I use cobbled path though. I might end up using cobbled path there. Just on the side near the church. Ah, I said that building would go there, didn't I? It's slightly more square. You'll see why in a sec. It's the lot, actually, it's the length we want. So move that all the way for a moment. Then, got a habit of doing that. That's another little thing I've noticed since SP3, that it just suddenly moves in when you're doing something. Now I know the back bit there attaches to the building, but I feel that's okay. We're also going to attach this building to it as well. You know, space at a premium, so it's just been used. You know, from the outside it looks like a tiny church. We get in, it's massive. That type of feeling. I quite like that building. I think we do leave it there. We end up putting a new front on that building though. I'm not sure this little church ends up staying here. It's a bit... might work, I think, but... You see the town's starting to come along. We're still in the position of just, you know, deciding what goes where, though. It's going to be like this for a while. We will have some housing along here, but not a lot. Another spine point in the middle. Sort of just move it around a little bit. Now we do have something behind there as well eventually. I doubt it's this episode. And there we go, there's the road in between as well. Now in that corner bit where we're just taking this building from, and below to the bottom left here, we're going to have a lot of sort of more factories and office places. So we're going from a civic area sort of to a much more office environment, I think, along here, and the other side more factories, I think. And where I've put all the buildings right now, we've been storing all the buildings, that's where the town is going to be. More of the shops and things. Right, is this the building we use? I can't actually remember. I think it is. What I'm trying to do is the window for the shop there, try and line that up, and also the window on the red building, the side window, not show it. You don't. The worst thing is when you show sort of bits of windows which aren't there, and you can kind of see a little bit there when you look at it quite close up. I don't like that. I think I've moved it back since then. I think eventually we can have things like a tree or something, maybe some seats in front of here. I think that works quite nicely. Still haven't moved the seat. Still there, and it's going to be there for a while yet. Part of me forgets about it. I think we do the big path in here. In other places we're going to change to smaller paths. But I think it fits quite nicely here. Come on. That's it. Now we're thinking this path. Yeah, it's yeah, not cobbled, is it? But flagstones, I suppose, the smaller ones. It does work quite nicely, actually, there. Oops, didn't press the shift button, did I? I'm sure you all know about that. if you want to place something near something else, press the shift button. If you're raising the height and lowering the height and you want to do it by a small margin, hold the control button while you're doing that. And try to use different layers as well when you're doing things. See the flicker in there? It's because we've got two items at the same height on top of each other. So at the moment we're placing paths and stuff down, so we're on the root layer here. So if I place people down on top of that, I'll make another layer called people. That way we can move one without touching the other. Or if we put fences down, for instance, we'll have a fence layer maybe, or something. It doesn't have to be called fence, but you get the idea. We'll lock the base layer out, and we'll just put the fence on top. Otherwise they affect each other. When you're trying to move one, you end up moving everything. Now the road and the path are actually the same layer, but they're far enough apart from each other to actually get away with actually not having to use different layers. Another good example is when we put the bus layer down. Now, a lot of the roads by accident I'd laid on the bus layer, but we don't want that because when we lay the invisible track, that'd be the bus layer, and that'd be straight on top of the road. So what we don't want to happen is when we're moving the track about, the invisible track for the bus, we don't want the road moving. So simply by locking the root layer down, using the bus layer for the bus stuff, that will stop that happening. Doesn't it make it just adding a few paths? It really does. Now, if a couple of episodes time as well, I start painting as well on top, and small things like that actually help. It's not so much the details, I haven't really put any details in it, apart from around this station here, and a tiny bit on the park there. But even so, it just putting paths down and not having gaps, I suppose, showing the green. That could be it. I think I forgot the path there. That's why I moved the road a bit too close. Yeah, that's it. And I forgot to press the shift button, which is why it's locked. Thank goodness for the undo button there. Well, that's it for another episode. Much more to come. But that's it for this one. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you'd like to, please press the like button. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And if you press the ding-dong bell, it even tells you when I put stuff on. Well guys, cheers. See you next time. Bye-bye.